Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to brief you on an online course that was developed with the purpose to enhance interoperability in NATO staff work. My name is Greta Keremidchieva. I am the director of the Language Training Department at the National Defense Academy in Sofia, Bulgaria. The name of the course is shortly ELTEC, which stands for English Language Training Enhancement Course. During my briefing, I will shortly acquaint you with the background, the rationale that stands behind the course objectives, the structure, topics and activities of the course, modes of use, and where you can find the course if you wish to use it. This project started some 6 years ago, and it has been completed with the purpose to assist and to meet the language requirements for officers working in multinational headquarters. Language training needs have become bigger, and our proposed solution is an ADL course which will supplement but not substitute for any conventional, traditional classroom courses. All armed forces, both in NATO and PFP countries, are facing this big challenge with language training capabilities and meeting the ever-growing requirements for interoperability between armed forces. So, a multinational team consisting of several nationalities. You can see the nationalities of the members of this team on the left side of the screen. We came together and decided to develop this language course. The team members are from Ukraine, Dr. Katerina Sinitsia and her team of web designers, instructional designers. Also, I would like to point out the contribution of Miss Peggy Garza from George Marshall Center. She's from the US, and myself, I also participated in the development of this course. Prior to starting work, we conducted needs analysis in order to outline the biggest challenges, the language difficulties that officers who work in multinational headquarters are facing. We asked a number of officers with previous international experience what were the biggest challenges for them while working in this environment. And their answers showed that the biggest challenges were in the field of listening comprehension, and also speaking. In order to speak, to take part, to interrupt, to convey their message, their opinion, they had to have the confidence in their language skills. So this became the focus of our course. Besides developing the content, a tool had to be developed for this course, and this was done by the Ukrainian team. The course objectives, as I mentioned, were to enhance communication skills related to NATO staff work, so that the participation of officers would be more effective, and to build language competence and confidence for participation in meetings and different kinds of international events. The ELTEC course consists of 4 modules. The first module is oral communication. Module 1 includes a great number of phone calls, audio recordings. It gives phrases and expressions which would be good to be used during phone communication, during taking messages, how to make appointments, and finally how to give directions for driving, walking, something that is a challenge for all non-native speakers. The phone calls were recorded by volunteers from different nationalities. The purpose of the designers was to give students exposure to as many different accents as possible, so that this would resemble an authentic multinational staff. The second module is about written communication. Here, the course content provides a lot of different documents that are used in NATO staffs, writing rules, how to write a memo, a memorandum, letters, different kinds of letters of appreciation, letters of invitation. Also, a whole lesson is dedicated to writing emails, being the basic form of communication nowadays. The third module is participation in meetings. During our needs analysis phase, the officers mentioned that most of their time, most of their routine daily working hours were spent at meetings. So, in this module, we outlined the different stages of meetings, also roles and responsibilities. If someone has to take the role of a chair or a rapporteur, or someone who writes agendas, how to open a meeting, how to introduce oneself, or how to interrupt and express one's opinion. Again, in this module, there are plenty of audio recordings and video recordings with international participants. Module 4 is military briefings. Here we have outlined different types of briefings, how to prepare for a briefing, again the different stages: preparation, delivery, then the final stage, questions and answers, and how to avoid some inconvenient questions, for example. During the development, we considered several points. First, this course is related to NATO Stanak 6001, which deals with the language proficiency requirements in all armed forces. The course is designed for officers, for military personnel who have already achieved level 2 according to Stanak 6001, and they could use the course as a self-study course for enhancing their language capabilities. This is not a mere vocabulary or grammar English course. It is a task-based course because we followed the task-based approach. The course includes different tasks. It gives tasks that officers have normally to perform during their routine daily work. In all modules, we have used authentic NATO content and procedures, and this is extremely important so that the officers could become familiarized with what will be expected from them when they go to work in their NATO headquarters. There are also many activities, many exercises that are related to the tasks. And what is good, after doing their exercises, the students can click on a button and get immediate feedback whether they did the exercises well, or if they were wrong, they will get some corrections. So this also helps. And as I already mentioned, we asked a great number of native and non-native speakers to help with recordings, both video and audio recordings, people from different countries, different accents, and different backgrounds. Here are mentioned some of the activities, of the learning activities that we have used. We wanted to emphasize on listening comprehension, because this is a real challenge for all non-native speakers. We have provided information on formal and informal situations, how to deal when you have to face and to communicate formally at a formal meeting or in an informal meeting. Also, it's very important to know how, when, or is it appropriate to interrupt someone, at what stage, what language to use. The questions and answers stage at the end of the briefing, and how to emphasize if we want to point out something. So there are many phrases that we believe that could help officers if they learn them, if they have them ready to use. They would be more successful, and life and work will be easier for them. The course has been completed and it's been in use by hundreds of users at PFP NATO countries. The course is to be found in different schools as well. It is a prerequisite, for example, it's a prerequisite for students who go for residential courses in NATO school in Oberammergau. It is also used at the Peace Support Operations Center in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in the National Defense Universities in Ukraine, Poland, Romania, Moldova, and other training centers. The course is free, access is free, so if any one of you is interested in using this language course, you can access it at this address that is written on the slide. It is also to be found on ACT website. It could be used both as a web version, or the good thing is that if you don't have internet connection, you can always use the CD version. It could be, from a methodological point of view, used by module. It could be used to support language practice. It is designed primarily as a self-study course, or it could be combined with the traditional classroom teaching in a blended mode. And I thank you for your attention.